What if I told you you don't need to be rich to start building real wealth? You don't need a mansion, $1 million business, or some secret connection on Wall Street. In fact, some of the most powerful money-making assets are hiding in plain sight, and anyone can own them, even you. Whether you've got $100 in your pocket or just a few spare hours a week, this video is your cheat code to unlocking 10 powerful assets that can earn for you while you sleep, eat, or binge Netflix. So grab your coffee, plug in, and get ready, because by the end of this video, you won't just be dreaming about financial freedom, you'll have a roadmap to start building it today. Asset number 1, digital products. Have you ever bought a $10 digital planner, a quick start course, or even a resume template on Etsy? Guess what? Someone made that once and keeps getting paid forever. That's the magic of digital products. They're scalable, low cost, and you don't need to be rich to create them. Here's the beauty. You don't need a fancy camera, a big following, or thousands of dollars to get started. All you really need is knowledge. And let's be honest, we all know something valuable. Maybe you're good at organizing, budgeting, or even meal prepping. Package that into a PDF guide, a Notion template, or a mini video course, and boom, you've just created an asset. This type of asset works for you even when you're sleeping. Upload it once to platforms like Gumroad, Etsy, Teachable, or even your own website, and it becomes a digital storefront that's open 24/7. No shipping, no inventory, just pure passive income. Let's break it down further. Say you create a $15 budgeting template. You sell 5 a day, that's $75 a day, over $2,200 a month, all from one digital file you made once on Canva or Excel. Don't know where to start? Ask yourself, what do people always come to me for advice on? That's your niche. That's your starting point. Also, don't overthink perfection. Your first product doesn't need to be fancy, just helpful, clean, and valuable. Value wins every time. So the big takeaway? Digital products are not about being tech-savvy or rich. They're about turning what you know into what you earn. Asset number 2, print on demand. T-shirts, mugs, journals, etc. You know those clever t-shirts you see on Instagram or the aesthetic mugs on Etsy? Chances are the person selling them never touched the product. Welcome to the world of print on demand. Print on demand is like owning a store, but without owning any inventory. You create a design, upload it to platforms like Redbubble, Teespring, or Printful, and they do the rest. They print it, ship it, and even handle customer service. All you do, create the art or slogan and promote it. And no, you don't need to be a graphic designer. Tools like Canva or even AI tools can help you whip up high-quality designs in minutes. Let's say you create a t-shirt that says, "I run on coffee and chaos." It hits a nerve with moms everywhere. If that shirt sells for $25 and you make $10 profit per sale, selling just 10 a week brings you $400 a month. And again, you never touch a single shirt. Now here's the best part. You can test tons of ideas without spending anything up front. Upload 10 designs, see what hits, double down on the winners. It's a low-risk, high-potential model, and it doesn't require a warehouse or a business degree. Want a secret tip? Find micro-niches. Instead of just making dog lover shirts, make funny Beagle Mom shirts. The more specific, the better your chances of standing out. This is perfect for side hustlers, students, stay-at-home parents, anyone with a creative spark and internet access. In short, print on demand lets you build a product-based business with zero inventory and zero upfront costs. That's a money-making asset anyone can own. Asset number 3, dividend-paying stocks. Let's talk about one of the most underrated assets out there, dividend-paying stocks. Now hold up. I know stocks sound like something only rich people deal with, but that's a myth. Dividend stocks are simply shares of companies that pay you a portion of their profits regularly. It's like getting a paycheck just for owning a slice of the company. For example, you buy a stock like Coca-Cola or Johnson & Johnson. They pay out a small amount, maybe 2% to 5% every quarter. If you invest $100 and the dividend is 3%, you earn $3 a year. That may not sound like much, but here's where it gets powerful. You keep reinvesting those dividends. Over time, they start generating their own dividends. That's compound growth, and it's how normal people slowly become wealthy. The key here, you can start with as little as $5 or $10 using apps like Robinhood, M1 Finance, or Fidelity. You don't need to be a stock market genius. You just need consistency. Here's a little mental flip. Stop thinking of dividend stocks as stocks. Think of them as tiny machines that print you money every quarter. Let's say you invest $50 a month for a few years. Suddenly, you're earning $500 a year in dividends, then $1,000. And that income doesn't require any work after the initial investment. It's the definition of passive. Want a strategy? Look up the Dividend aristocrats. These are companies that have increased their dividends for 25 plus years straight. They're stable, reliable, and proven. So no, you don't need to be rich to invest in dividend stocks. But if you're smart and consistent, they might just make you rich in the long run. Asset number 4, rental arbitrage without owning property. You might think rental income only comes to people who own real estate, right? But here's a twist. You can earn rental income without owning a single property. It's called rental arbitrage, and it's one of the most clever income models out there. Here's how it works. You lease a property long-term, usually with the landlord's permission, and then you list it on platforms like Airbnb or Vrbo for short-term stays. The rent you pay is fixed. The income you generate, that's where the profit lies. Let's say you rent an apartment for $1,200 a month. You furnish it with some budget-friendly furniture, create a cozy Airbnb listing, and start charging $120 per night. Book it for just 15 nights. That's $1,800. Subtract your rent, cleaning, and expenses, and you've got a few hundred in profit. Multiply that by 2 or 3 units, and suddenly you're running a mini rental empire with no mortgage or down payment. The key is knowing your local market. Some areas get consistent bookings due to tourism, business travel, or medical visits. Do a little research on Airbnb occupancy rates, and you'll know exactly where to look. Want to go even leaner? Try co-hosting. That's where you manage someone else's Airbnb, handling guest messages, check-ins, and cleanings, and split the income. No rent, no lease, just management and hustle. You don't need to be rich. You just need to be resourceful. Think of this as Airbnb without ownership, and it's a real money-making asset. Asset number 5, a personal brand. Social media, YouTube, newsletter, podcast. Imagine building something that grows in value every time you post, speak, or share. That's exactly what a personal brand is. And yes, where it's a real asset. Your personal brand is your voice, your story, and your skills, turned into content that attracts attention, builds trust, and eventually earns you money. You don't need millions of followers. In fact, a few thousand loyal subscribers, listeners, or readers can generate solid income. This is called the 1,000 true fans rule, and it's real. Let's break this down. You can start a YouTube channel sharing advice, launch a podcast around a niche topic you love, post consistently on TikTok, Instagram, or LinkedIn, or build a simple newsletter on Substack around your insights. Now here's where the asset part kicks in. Your content becomes searchable. It lives online. YouTube videos bring in views for years. Podcast episodes get streamed long after recording, and every piece of content becomes a magnet, attracting eyeballs and opening doors. Monetization, you can do affiliate links, sponsored content, sell digital products, run paid communities, offer consulting. A brand gives you leverage because people buy from people they trust. Let's say you build a small email list of 3,000 people. You launch a $50 course or service. Even if just 5% buy, that's $7,500 off one email. Now imagine repeating that every quarter. This is long-term, it takes time, but it's one of the few assets that multiplies in value as you grow it. Best part? It's free to start. Just your phone, your voice, and your perspective. So if you're building a personal brand, remember, you're not just posting, you're building equity. Asset number 6, stock photography and video licensing. Have you ever searched for a picture of a laptop, a skyline, or someone sipping coffee and paid for the download? Thousands of people do that every day, and someone's earning from it. That someone can be you. Stock photography and video licensing is a hidden goldmine for creative types. And here's the good news. You don't need a fancy DSLR to get started. Smartphones today shoot high-quality photos and 4K video. You can start capturing everyday things, people working at a desk, city traffic, coffee shops, nature walks, and upload them to platforms like Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Pexels, Getty Images. Each time someone downloads your content, you get paid, passive, ongoing, long-term. Let's say you upload 300 solid photos. Even if they earn just $2 each per month on average, that's $600 per month, every month. And the more content you upload, the more you earn. Want to stand out? Think like a marketer. What kind of images would a blog post or ad need? Diverse faces, office settings, work from home vibes, celebrations, emotions. These are in constant demand. The same goes for video. Even 10-second clips of someone typing, cooking, or walking in nature can sell over and over. You don't need dialogue, just clean, high-quality footage. Here's a secret. Platforms want authenticity now more than perfection. Natural lighting, real people, relatable moments of those sell. This asset takes a bit of time to build, but once your catalog is up, it earns while you do other things. Traveling? Take your camera. Going for a walk? Bring your phone. Your everyday moments can literally become money. In a world that's constantly producing content, someone has to feed the visuals. Why not you? Asset number 7, low-content books, journals, planners, workbooks. You don't need to be a writer to become an author. That's the genius behind low-content books like journals, planners, notebooks, and workbooks. These aren't novels. These are tools, and people buy them every single day. Think gratitude journals, fitness trackers, budgeting planners, daily to-do lists, or even mood logs. They're simple, useful, and incredibly popular, especially on Amazon. Here's the magic. You can design these books using free tools like Canva, then publish them on Amazon KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. Amazon handles the printing, shipping, and delivery. You just collect the royalties. Let's break this down with an example. Say you create a 90-day productivity planner. You design it on Canva in a weekend. You upload it to Amazon. Set the price at $9.99. Every time someone buys it, you earn around $3 in royalty. You sell 10 a day? That's $900 a month from one product. You can create books in all kinds of niches: meditation, business planning, homeschooling, wedding planners, teacher tools, language trackers. The list is endless. And it scales. Once you have a few books up, they form a catalog that earns passively over time. Some creators have hundreds of books earning a few dollars each, and that stacks up fast. A pro tip: find underserved niches. Don't just make a generic journal, make a jiu-jitsu progress tracker or a single mom budget planner. Specific sells. And here's the best part: no inventory, no shipping, no upfront printing costs. This is one of the lowest barrier, high potential assets out there. If you can drag and drop boxes in Canva, you can publish a low content book. Remember, it's not about writing stories. It's about creating tools people use daily and turning them into quiet streams of income.
Asset number 8, affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is like being a digital middleman, and you get paid every time someone buys through your link. Here's how it works. You recommend a product, something you already use or genuinely believe in. You share a special affiliate link. When someone clicks and makes a purchase, you get a commission. You don't need to own the product. You don't deal with customer service. You just get paid for connecting people with what they already need. Let's say you use a budgeting app, a course, or even a favorite Amazon gadget. You mention it in a blog, YouTube video, Instagram post, or newsletter. Someone clicks, buys, boom, you earn. Commissions vary. Some products pay 5%. Others, like software or courses, pay 30%, 50%, even 70%. A single product can bring in hundreds per month if it solves a real problem. Where do you get these links? Amazon Associates for physical products, ClickBank for digital, Impact, Share a Sale, PartnerStack for software and services, direct affiliate programs from creators or companies. You don't need a massive audience. Even a small, targeted group of followers or email subscribers can convert well, especially if you're authentic and helpful. And the magic part: affiliate content is evergreen. A blog post or video from last year can still bring traffic and still generate clicks and sales. Want a smart strategy? Create content that solves problems, like Best Budget Planner for Single Moms, Top 5 Tools for Remote Workers, How I Grew My Instagram with One Tool. People search for these, and if you provide the answer with a useful link, you win. In short, affiliate marketing is a modern referral system. You don't need to sell, you just need to help. Done right, affiliate income can start as a trickle, then grow into a waterfall. Asset number 8, licensing your knowledge, templates, frameworks, curriculum. Everyone talks about creating content, but what if you could license your systems? That's where the real long-term money lies. If you've ever created a framework, a curriculum, a system, or a method for something, and it works, you can license it. Here's what that means. Instead of just teaching it one-on-one or in a course, you let others use it. You keep ownership, but they pay to use your intellectual property. This could be a proven lesson plan for teachers, a system for real estate lead generation, a coaching framework, a workshop presentation, an HR onboarding process, a brand strategy checklist. Say you create a 90-day new hire success program and license it to HR departments. They pay a flat fee per year to use it across their company. You built it once, they pay every year. Even smaller creators do this. Coaches license lesson slides, consultants license onboarding systems, designers license branding kits, teachers license unit plans. And guess what? You don't need a huge audience. You just need a result that your system can replicate. If it helps others save time, make money, or reduce stress, they'll pay. This is especially powerful for B2B spaces. Companies constantly look for proven shortcuts, and if you have one, that's valuable IP. You can license content through PDFs, training videos, editable templates, or cloud folders with everything pre-built. Want a hybrid strategy? Sell your framework and offer a license option. Let solo users buy it cheap and let businesses license it for more. This turns your knowledge into a recurring revenue asset and positions you as an expert in your niche. If you've ever thought, I figured out how to do this the hard way, that's your system. Now go license it. Asset number 10, peer-to-peer lending, becoming the bank. Here's a thought that might flip your mindset. What if instead of borrowing from the bank, you became the bank? That's exactly what peer-to-peer lending allows you to do. Instead of putting your money in a regular savings account that earns pennies in interest, you can lend that money directly to people or small businesses and earn solid returns. This is called P2P lending. And yes, even with small amounts, you can get in the game. Platforms like Lending Club, Prosper, or Fundrise let you become an investor. You choose how much to lend, what risk level you're comfortable with, and the platform handles the rest. Let's break this down simply. You put in $500. That money is divided into small pieces called notes and lent to borrowers. As they repay with interest, you earn monthly income. It's like getting little chunks of a loan repayment month after month. And here's what makes this a money-making asset. You're not working for this money. You're not managing tenants or creating content. Your money is doing the heavy lifting, just like banks have done for centuries. But it's not just about lending to strangers. Some platforms now let you lend to small businesses, real estate deals, or even student loans, all from your phone. Returns can range from 4% to 10% annually, depending on your risk tolerance. Compare that to most savings accounts giving you less than 1%, and the difference is obvious. Is there risk? Sure, some borrowers default. But platforms spread your money across dozens of loans to reduce that risk. You become diversified even with just a few $100s. Want a smart move? Reinvest the payments you get each month. That way you create a compound interest effect, where your returns start generating more returns. Think about this. If you invest $100 a month for 3 years, earning just 7% annually through peer-to-peer lending, you could have over $4,000 growing passively with monthly cash flow rolling in. It's like building your own little private bank. And here's what makes this accessible. You don't need to be a millionaire. You don't need a finance degree. You just need a little capital, some patience, and a platform that does the back-end work for you. This is perfect for people who want a more hands-off asset, but still want to see their money grow beyond what a basic bank account could ever offer. So, if you've ever thought, I want my money to make money, peer-to-peer lending might be the low-key, high-reward path you've been missing. So there you have it, 10 money-making assets that don't require a trust fund, a finance degree, or a million followers. From digital products to dividend stocks, rental strategies to personal brands. The path to financial freedom isn't reserved for the rich anymore. It's open to anyone who's willing to learn, take action, and own what they create. And remember this, you don't need to master all 10. Start with 1. Test it. Build it. Let it grow. Because here's the truth. Every wealthy person you admire didn't just trade time for money. They built assets that worked for them. And now, so can you. If this video sparked even one idea do me a favor, hit that like button so more people can discover this. And if you want to dive deeper into any of these assets, digital products, affiliate income, or even building your brand, make sure you subscribe because I'm breaking them down in future videos with real examples, tools, and step-by-step guides. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. I reply to as many as I can. Thanks for watching. Now go build something that pays you back.